Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really special in the studio. We've got a Heritage H-150. So let's jump over and take a look. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. Here we go. Check this out. So yes, this is the Heritage H-150. Now this one is in an aged cherry burst finish and basically encompasses like the best of traditional guitar making. So these guys are making guitars out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, as it should be. And here we go. We're going to take it out and, of course, take a closer look. All right, here it is, you guys. In the hand, the Heritage H-150. Now, as I mentioned, these guys are building out of Kalamazoo, and they know a thing or two about building traditional instruments because these guys have been there, you know, for years and years and years. So there you go. Let's hit the specs up really quick because I gotta play it for you guys. Mahogany neck, of course. It does have the traditional 17-degree tilt back. It's got a bone nut, and that is cut to perfection. It looks really beautiful. Fret ends have the binding nubs over the fret ends, so it's very smooth, very well done. Here's a look at the rosewood fingerboard with those trapezoid inlays, everything that you would expect out of, you know, a traditional guitar. There's a look sort of at the profile, just that classic 60s profile on this one. The body, of course, has a beautiful flame top on there, one of the nicest ones I've seen around. Very beautiful. Now, when I was looking at the back, I was trying to figure out how many pieces of mahogany this was made of, and I'm looking at the end grain on the front and the back and looking at the grain patterns, and I'm usually pretty good at figuring out how many pieces of mahogany, and I just couldn't quite do it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to email the guys. So I emailed Heritage and I was like, I can't tell. I'm usually pretty good, but I can't. Is it one piece mahogany? And they're like, yep, all our H-150s are one single piece of mahogany. Fantastic stuff. Doesn't matter if it's the standard series, which is the ones that are about $2,500, or the custom core, which are like the expensive custom shop ones. Every single one is one piece solid mahogany. All right, you guys, I'll link to the H-150 in the video description below. You can get full specs on all the hardware, pickups, all that kind of stuff down there because I want to plug this sucker in for you. Here we go. Let's plug it in and listen to some tones. right, you guys, now that we've heard a few tones in isolation, I'm going to jam over a backing track. Link to the track, as always, is in the video description below. It's time for the 1 minute solo. So here are my final thoughts on the Heritage H-150. And really the long and the short of it comes down to this. These guys understand how to make a traditional guitar. I mean, they've been there from the beginning in Kalamazoo and still to this day. These guys understand what it should look like, what it should feel like, even the nitro, what it should smell like. You know, you open the case and you get that nitro whiff and everything. These guys understand the whole experience and the whole, build process from beginning to end. So that's the long and the short of it. If you're looking for a traditional guitar, these guys absolutely know how to do it. Now, if you're looking for a modern guitar, you look elsewhere for sure. These guys are just experienced, whether it's the H-535 that I bought a few months ago, that really turned me on to these guys, or, the H-150 here. Yeah, they just have it nailed. So if you're looking for something more modern, look elsewhere. If you want, that almost perfect traditional guitar, definitely check these out. So the standard series is, between, I think they have some model about 2200 to 2500. So we're talking about very expensive guitars built by hand, So that's maybe a downside for some people. They don't have like a more accessible lower range, but the standard is, like 2200 to 2500, somewhere in there. And then the custom core is the more expensive one. So it's nice to see that, all of them have one-piece mahogany bodies and that kind of stuff, and they're all traditionally built, and then they have their aged artisan kind of series where everything is kind of like even more aged. I do like that the finish they put on this is sort of not hyper glossy. It's almost got like a little bit of a vintage matte to it. I don't know if it'll show up in these bright lights, but yeah, anyway, it's a little bit of a different finish on that when you can see it in hand, and it just suits the guitar so well because, as I mentioned, it's almost traditional perfection. Thanks so much for watching. On my channel, I try to bring you guys guitars of all different kinds, from ultra affordable to high-end, from modern to traditional, and everything in between. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We got lots of great content lined up for you guys moving forward. So other than that, have yourself a great day. Take care.